Hi you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys 4 easy scone spin-offs using the same base dough. Let's get started. Okay, this is the 4 cups of flour, and we're going to add 1/2 cup sugar into the flour. And then we're going to add 4 teaspoons baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon salt. We're gonna take these combinations of dry ingredients and mix them together till they're combined. Okay, so when the flour and the baking powder, salt, and sugar are all combined, we're gonna set this bowl aside, and we are going to take the 1 cup of milk, it can be any milk of your choice, and 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. We're gonna add this together and combine these two together till it's a little bit discolored because of vanilla. And we're gonna go grab our 1 cup of cold butter. Make sure it is cold because that's how your scones get layers in them. And that's what makes them very buttery and yumminess. So make sure your butter is always cold. So now we're going to add the cut up butter into the dry flour mixture. You can just kind of like wiggle it in. And then we're going to get the butter into small pea-sized shapes with the flour. And you can either use a fork or a pastry blender. I recommend using your hands because it goes a lot faster. Now we're gonna add the milk, and we're gonna use a fork or a whisk, whatever works best for you, and we're gonna mix. It might seem a little weird consistency, but it should come to a sticky dough. The fork should do most of the job, but I recommend using your hands to actually form the dough into a ball. Now I'm going to split the dough into 4, you can guesstimate it, 4 pieces to make each different flavor of scones. Now I'm going to form all of the slices of each kind of dough into a ball so it's easier to work with once I add the flavors. So now we're gonna add, so these are the chocolate hazelnut. So we're gonna add some of the hazelnut spread into the dough to make it get the hazelnut flavor into it. And so we're just gonna just knead it. And then it's gonna be really sticky and probably get all over you. So that's why you add a little bit more flour, equal amount of the hazelnut spread to the flour. And you knead it in. I did not mix my hazelnut spread totally in to the dough, so it has a swirl in it when it bakes. So these are hazelnut swirled chocolate chip scones. Now we're gonna add the chocolate chips. One of my sister's favorite scone flavor is white chocolate blackberry, and so we're gonna make this one. First, I'm gonna add the white chocolate chips. And I'm just gonna lightly knead this. And now we're gonna add our blackberries. Your blackberries are probably gonna break. You want them to do that to add more flavor, but it's gonna make your dough pretty wet, and so I'm going to add another tablespoon of flour. Yeah. Next, we're gonna make some orange cranberry scones. Yay! Okay, so we are going to start off by zesting our orange, and I would do about 1/2 teaspoon to 3/4 of a teaspoon, but just remember all of my quantities are around 1/4 of a normal recipe. So yes. Now I'm going to squeeze the orange juice out of this orange, and I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of it. Okay, so now we're gonna add our orange zest. Oh, that goodness right there. Our orange juice. And then we're gonna add the flour in with this because it's going to be very wet. Now we're gonna add some dried cranberries. Yummy, get that one in there. Now I'm gonna make lemon poppy seed scones. So I'm going to zest my lemon pretty much the same amount as I did of the orange zest. I'm gonna do of the lemon. Now we're gonna cut the lemon to get all the yummy juice out of it. About a tablespoon, so the same amount of orange juice. Now I'm going to add the lemon juice, and I just added the lemon zest and the flour, since this will be pretty wet when you're doing it. Now we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of poppy seeds. Now we're gonna preheat the oven to 375. So now I'm going to take the orange cranberry dough on a floured surface that I am going to cut into triangles, and I'm going to flatten them out so it's a 1/2 inch, I think. An inch. Correction, an inch. And cut it into triangles for each set of the dough. And we're going to take our triangles and set them onto the pan. And I like to do this because it, like opposite, it just makes more room. Once you're done cutting and placing your scones on your pans, then you can set them in the oven at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes. All done. So this one is the lemon poppy seed one, and all of our icing recipes will be at the end of the video. This is the orange cranberry one with an orange glaze. This is the hazelnut chocolate one with a hazelnut glaze. And then the blackberry white chocolate with a white chocolate glaze.